afternoon. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. I'm Kristen. This is a gentle yoga class, a level 1 class, but everyone is in their own bodies, gratefully. So please take it to your own pace, take it to your own level, create modifications and variations as needed so your body is most comfortable. We're going to do some hamstring work on our backs. So if you happen to have a strap, belt, scarf, or towel that you could get, we're not doing that in this very moment, but we will eventually get there, so that could be helpful, and it's not needed if you don't have supplies. I also incorporate sound healing, so we're going to start with some breath work and meditation, and I'll do some sound healing while you're working with that, and then we'll move into our asana practice. We're going to start our practice seated, but you're welcome to come onto your backs right now if you want to just take about 5 minutes of the breath work and meditation and be cozy on your back, or stay seated exactly as you are. So just take a moment to check in with your body, see what would feel best to you, and begin to cultivate that nice tall spine. I like to imagine I've got a little string being tugged from the crown of the head. So reaching through the crown to lengthen in the spine, and at that same time, let's invite the shoulders to soften down the back body. So take a moment to roll your shoulders up, back, and behind you, reintroducing our wings to the back body. You might like a little tuck of the chin towards the chest, and then just see where you can soften. If you're efforting to hold a nice tall spine, just see where you can soften a little bit, even just a little bit. If you're going to be on your back for the breathwork and meditation, just finding the most comfortable position so you can relax and release. If you're comfortable to close the eyes, or just focusing on a stationary point in the room or on the screen. Just allow the sound of the chimes to begin to resonate into the body, calming the nervous system, calming any nerves or anxiety. And just allow the mind, the body, the heart to begin to settle into this moment. So letting go of the past, letting go of the future, and coming right here and now. And if it would feel good to you with the next couple of your exhalations, you can have a little auditory sound if that would feel good, and just kind of helping to release. And let's just begin to connect to the rhythm of our own breath. Noticing where your body expands with your inhalation, and sensing how everything releases back towards the spine with your exhalation. So nothing to do but simply be with your breath. With each inhalation, begin to invite a sense of relaxation to flow into the body, the mind, and the heart. And with each exhalation, continuing to relax and release, letting go where you can. Soften the muscles in the face, release your jaw, relax the shoulders, softening any tension in the back body. Relax your hips. And see where you can relax a little bit more with your next breath. From here, we'll work closer with the breath, moving into a pranayama exercise. We're going to invite our exhalation to be 2 counts longer than our inhalation. So we're going to inhale for a count of 3 and exhale for a count of 5. If you have a clear nasal passage today, work with the breath in and out the nose. I'm going to do a couple rounds with you, and then you can continue to work with this breath on your own. I invite you to count the breath in your mind, 1, 2, 3 as you take a breath in, and 1 through 5 as you take a breath out. And that just kind of helps to guide my mind to stay with the breath. Other thoughts will pop into the mind, that's okay. Releasing them and just returning back to the breath. Find again that nice tall spine, softening your shoulders, relaxing where you can, and we'll begin together. Inhaling 3, and exhale 5. Inhale 3, exhale 5. Inhale 3, exhale 5. Continue in this way. Inhale 3, exhale 5. We'll incorporate this breath for 2 minutes. Stay with your breath. Inhale 3, exhale 5. More rounds of this breath. Inhale 3, exhale 5. And with your next exhalation, we'll release the breath work, returning back to the natural rhythm of your own breathing. Before we move into the meditation, if you'd like, you can extend your legs out, shake out your knees a little bit, and then bring your opposite leg in front if you'd like. Otherwise, just stay exactly as you are. But if you bring that opposite leg in front, then we'll just kind of help to even out the hip flexors. And then come back to a comfortable seated position, or if you want to go onto your backs for a couple minutes, you can do that as well. We're going to move into a simple meditation. On your inhalation, mentally affirm here and now. And on your exhalation, mentally affirm present moment. Other thoughts may come to the mind, letting those pass and coming back to the meditation. Here and now, present moment for 2 minutes. next exhalation, we'll release a meditation. Once again, coming back to your breath. Take a moment to sense any changes in the body or the mind. From here, we'll take the hands to the heart center in Anjali Mudra. Bow slightly to the hands and just take a few moments to honor yourself for being here this afternoon. Taking time out for self-care. Letting this time be a gift and opportunity to consciously and positively connect to your body and breath. And let's all embrace an intention of gentle acceptance for our practice today, remembering to stay kind in your mind and to stay curious and compassionate with your body. All right, we'll gently release. So take the hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your body, and we'll release our feet out towards the side edges of the mat or wider than your hips. And we're just going to sway the legs side to side like windshield wipers on a car. Just releasing from our cross-legged position. Again, find the pace and rhythm that feels best to your body rather than mirroring what my body is doing. Let this be a guide for your body, but take it to your own pace and rhythm. I've got my fingertips pointing towards my body and I'm leaning into both heels of my hands. Good, and then the next time your legs land over to the right side, let's release them to the floor for a little twist. Looking down to your left hand, try to just allow the weight of your legs to release towards gravity. If for any reason that's uncomfortable, you could stick something underneath that bottom knee or between the knees, a towel or a pillow or sort. 2 more breaths here. Good, inhale, head and knees back to center, and then exhale, legs will go to the left as we look down to the right hand. Making modifications and stay with your breath. Good. Inhale, head and knees back to center, returning to a comfortable seated position. So if Sukhasana, easy sit pose, doesn't work for your body for any reason, you could extend one or both legs out. Some folks just bring soles of the feet together in front of the body, so see what feels good. Let's take palms facing down on the knees. We're just going to make simple circles with the torso. So begin to circle up towards the feet, rounding back towards your hips, opening in our low back. Good, next time you come to the front body, reverse directions, opposite way. Coming back to center. Moving into a cat-cow flow with the arm variation. So we're going to take the arms in front, palms will face the floor. Take a deep breath in. With your exhalation, we're going to arch back into cat back. So take the chin towards the chest, press the spine behind you, and then inhale, open the arms, tilt the pelvis forward, the heart will come forward and look up to the ceiling in cow spine. Good. Exhale back to cat back, and inhale into cow spine. So continue in this way a few more times with the breath, beginning to awaken the spine, giving a little boost to the immune system, and opening in our heart center. As you open up in the heart center, opening yourself to self-compassion, self-acceptance, and self-love. 2 more here. Good, last one. We're just going to roll back up to center and we're going to float the arms down as we move into shoulder circles. Find that full rotation in your own shoulder girdle, letting any tension or stress release with the breath. Good, reverse directions, opposite way. All right, we're going to go back on that first direction, this time doing single shoulder circles. And one last time, reverse directions, letting any of that tension go on the shoulders and the neck. Move how it feels good to your body. Good, return back to center, settle back onto your sits bones so your core muscles are engaged. We're going to inhale the shoulders up to the ears, exhaling with a ha as we let them go. Inhaling up. Inhale. Once more. Awesome. Take the shoulders back up to your ears, roll them behind you, and then soften down the back body. Keep shoulders behind you. We'll take palms facing down back to the knees. We'll exhale the left ear to the left shoulder. We're going to do some shoulder and neck work. Inhale, gently bring the head back to center. Exhale over to your right side. Inhale, gently back to center. Exhale, take the chin to the chest. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, gaze up to the ceiling. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, return to center, and exhale over the left shoulder. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, shifting back over to your right side, and we're going to hold here for several breaths. So tilt the ear to the shoulder rather than lifting your shoulder to meet the ear. Relax your jaw, soften the space between the eyebrows, and send some breath into the shoulders and the neck, helping to alleviate tension with your breath. 3 more nice deep breaths. Inhale the head gently back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Deep, sweet breaths here. One more breath. Good. Inhale the head back to center. Exhale, we'll take the chin back towards the chest. And then inhale as you roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Exhale, sweep the chin towards the chest over to the other side. A few more times in this way. Making a smile over the heart. Slow, mindful movements of the neck, accompanied with a slow, mindful breath. Good. One more to each side. And then let's take the chin back towards the chest for a couple of breaths. Reach the back of the skull towards the ceiling and practice breathing up your back body. Inhale, return the head to center. Exhale, gaze up to the ceiling. Imagine you've got a paintbrush on the end of your nose, painting an arch or a rainbow going side to side. Stretching the back of the neck in a mindful way, protecting in the vertebra, but still make sure this feels okay to your body. Good, one more to each side. Take the head back to center when you're finished. If you want to continue with some more of that, please do so. We're going to take 3 integrating breaths here. Try to invite your breath up into the shoulders and the neck. Big breath in. Another nice deep breath. All the way into the shoulders and the neck. Big breath in. Extend your legs out. Let's shake out the knees a little bit. We're going to do some hamstring work and a little twist. So take the right sole of the foot into your left inner thigh. And so all of our hips and knees are different. And so your leg might be higher in the air. You might have tightness. I don't know why it would be like that, but love your hips anyway. But you might want something underneath that knee so that you don't have to hold an effort to hold this here. So if that's uncomfortable, stick a pillow, couch cushion, rolled up towel, or something underneath the knee. If you want to, you could use a strap for our forward fold. If you have a strap, you can just place that across the ankle for now. So come back to a nice tall spine. Settle back to the sits bones. Take your belly button towards your spine so we're engaging the core. Flex your left foot so that left side is engaged. And then we'll move to our forward fold. So inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, reaching through the crown as you hinge at the hips, coming to that extended leg. So the toes are not the goal, just lengthening in the back of your own leg is the goal, in my humble opinion. So when you feel a stretch, hanging there with your breath. Your hands could be alongside your thigh, your knee, your calf. Maybe you take a strap across the foot, the back of the foot. So see what feels good here. Let's invite more of a flat back or round the back. See what feels good. If you're going to round the back, let the shoulders and the head hang and round towards the leg. If you want to invite more of a flat back, keep your shoulder blades on your back body, inviting the heart and the belly towards that extended leg. And then we also want to encourage that bent knee to go towards the earth. Okay, 4 more nice deep breaths. Begin to notice the lengthening in the back of the leg. Good afternoon to our beautiful hamstrings. One more full breath cycle. Good, and now we'll transition towards our twist. So release the strap if you were using one. We're going to inhale, take the hands towards that front foot, back overhead. Exhale, left hand will land at the right knee, right hand will come behind you. So we're twisting towards our bent knee. That hand behind you, those fingertips can point away from your body, but rather than leaning into that backhand, stay on your sits bones with that nice tall spine. Let the shoulders relax down your back body. Left foot is still flexed, so that side stays engaged. And then returning your mind to the breath. Breathing into the back body and spine. 3 more deep breaths. All right, little twist to the other side. We'll inhale the arms back overhead. Exhale, right hand will just come to the outer part of the left knee. Woo, looking to the left. And then exhale, just return the body back to center. Extend both legs out. We're going to shake out those knees one more time, or again. Can't say that's going to be the last one. And now we'll switch sides. So take that left sole of the foot into the right inner thigh. I'll show the other view in a moment. So let's flex that right foot again so that side stays engaged. Set back onto your sits bones so your core muscles are engaged. Prop something underneath that left knee if you need it. And then take your hands alongside the hips. We'll inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, reaching through the crown as you hinge at the hips, coming to your right side. And now our bodies are balanced in different ways. This side might be tighter, so maybe you're not going to go as far here, and that's all good. I suggest that you just take it to a bit of a stretch. Let the body begin to warm and lengthen, and then you can take it into a further stretch. Okay, and then again, if you need to prop something underneath that left knee for support, take something underneath that left knee. If you want to invite a flat back, then invite your shoulder blades to stay back on your back body rather than rounding those shoulders, inviting a flatter back. Deep, sweet breaths here. Stay with the breath. Two more nice deep breaths. Notice that lengthening in the back of the leg. All right, release the strap if you're using one for the hamstring stretch. We're going to move to our twist. So inhale, take the hands towards the front foot, back overhead. Exhale, now right hand lands at the left knee, left hand behind you, twisting towards your bent knee to the other side. Stay on your sits bones with a nice tall spine and begin to invite those shoulders to soften down your back body. Deep, sweet breaths here. One more nice deep breath. And then we'll take a little twist to the other side. Inhale the arms back overhead. Exhale, left hand to the outer part of the right knee and just look to the left, to the right. And with your next exhale, we'll just shift our torso back to center. Extend both legs out again. Shake out the knees a little bit. All right, and let's transition to hands and knees. All right, so we're going to align our wrist under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. So you've got space between the hands as well as the knees. If you need support underneath your knees, grab some kind of cushioning. And if you need any support for your wrists, you could take your hands into fists, or you could roll up something to support underneath the heels of the hands. So see if your body needs that support. I have hyperflexible elbows, so my elbows might look a little bit different. Try to keep a little micro bend in them just for longevity of our lovely bodies. Cat-cow flow. Take a deep breath in. With your exhalation, we're going to arch up into cat back. So lift the belly button to the spine. We're engaging core here in cat back. Press your back of your heart to the sky. And then inhale into cow, lifting tail, gazing up, and let the belly be soft. Good. Exhale up into cat back. And inhale into cow. So begin to find your rhythm and flow of the breath, incorporating your movement with each breath. Again, awakening the spine and giving our immune system a nice boost here. Cat-cow flow. Four more with the breath. Now we're going to move into a cat-cow child's pose flow. So the next time you come into cow pose, let's hold there a couple breaths. So again, just let the belly be soft here. Lifting tail and eyes to the ceiling. With your next exhalation, arch up into cat back. Press the spine to the sky, opening the back body and the back of the heart. One more breath in, and with your exhalation, take your body into child's pose. So take the buttocks towards your heels. Forehead can come to the floor with your arms extended, or they could be alongside your body. If the forehead doesn't naturally reach the floor, stack a couple fists on top of each other to rest the forehead upon. And it might be more comfortable for your body to widen the knees out wider than your hips, or out towards the side edges of the mat. So just see what feels best here. Balasana. 5 more nice deep breaths. Relax your hips, release in the low back. Send your next breath down into the hips. And now we're going to move into a cat-cow child's pose flow. So if your arms are not in front, extend your arms in front of you. And then with your next exhalation, we're going to press our bodies up into cat back. Inhale into cow. And exhale back to child's pose. Inhale here in child's pose. Exhale up to cat back. Inhale into cow. And exhale back to child's pose. So continue in this way. Inhale, child's pose. Exhale up to cat back. Inhale into cow. Exhale, child's pose. Let's flow one more time. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose for 4 more breaths. Let's widen the knees this time out. Wide to the side edges of your mat, or just wider than your hips. Yielding your weight into the earth as you sink into your breath. All right, with your next exhalation, begin to walk the hands back towards your body. Take the knees back towards each other. We're going to do a wrist stretch, so if you're okay to sit on your heels, stay here. If that's uncomfortable, you could go up onto your knees, or you could just offset onto a hip. If you want to take it one step further, tuck your toes under so you get a little stretch for the feet. And then take fingertips together, making bird beaks with the hands. We'll rotate the wrist around in circles. And reverse directions. All right, we're going to move into a little sunbird flow, so come back to table pose at hands and knees. We're going to start a little more simply, and then I'll offer a variation as we get a little further into it. So we're going to start on our right side. We're going to take the right knee and the chin towards the chest. You're going to exhale with your tuck, and then inhale, whoop, as you extend that leg behind you, gazing forward. So here we want to square the hips to the floor, and you want to lift your belly button to the spine here. So we're keeping that core engaged to support our low back stabilization. Exhale as you tuck the knee towards the chest and the chin, and inhale, extend, gazing forward. So continue with this a couple more times. With that leg extension, we don't need to lift it higher than the hip. You can if you want, but that's going to put some pressure on the low back, so I think it's just fine to just keep that leg in alignment with your hip. So keep going here. If you want to take it a step further, you could begin to incorporate your opposite left arm. So take the left elbow towards the right knee, and then extend into balancing sunbird. If that feels like too much, keep both hands connected to the floor. Let's do 3 more wherever you are. And next time your leg is extended, let's hold there with the leg extension. So if this balancing sunbird is too much, take both hands to the floor. If the lift is even too much, take your toes to the floor behind you and just work with that leg extension. And then last variation, if you want to join me in balancing sunbird, extend your opposite left arm in front, thumb will face towards the ceiling and palm towards your center midline. Look to the floor for balance. Engaging the belly to the spine. 2 more strengthening balancing breaths here. Beautiful. Exhale, release. We'll take that over to our left side. Exhale, tuck the knee and the chin towards the chest with your exhale. Inhale, extend that leg behind you, gazing forward. So continue in this way a couple more times. Again, square the hips to the floor, lift the belly button to the spine. Take it to your own pace. And then if you want to take it to the next variation, begin to incorporate your opposite right arm for a sunbird flow. Otherwise, just keep both hands on the mat, on the floor. 2 more wherever you are. And next time leg is extended, let's hold there. Either both hands are on the floor or extend your opposite right arm in front. Balancing sunbird for 3 more breaths. Awesome, blossom. Exhale, release back down. We're going to come back to child's pose. Your choice if you want to widen the knees or not. Settling your hips, your buttocks towards your heels as best as you can, opening in the hips. 5 more breaths. Good. 1 more nice deep breath. And with your next exhalation, walk the hands back towards your body. Take the knees back towards each other. We're going to do another wrist stretch. This time we'll interlace all the fingers, making figure 8s with hands and wrists. And reverse directions, opposite way. Feels a little funky, but good for the wrists and the brain. Oh, it does feel weird today. All right, release. We're going to work with some lunges. So just come up to your knees, wherever you are on your mat or on the floor, and then step forward with your right foot. My head's a little off zoom, but I'm still here. So the biggest alignment piece is just to make sure that that ankle is underneath your knee. Okay, so if you have more tightness in your hips, scoot that foot closer to your body, and here's your lunge. If you want to go deeper into the lunge, then scoot the foot away from your body so you can sink deeper into your hips. But again, the alignment piece is still there. So I've still got the ankle below the knee no matter how far that leg is away from the body. Okay, so get support underneath that left knee if you need it. You could also have 2 blocks here on either side of the foot if that would feel good to your body. I'm trying to do a lot without props. So just begin to sink into the hips here, finding your breath. Keep inviting those shoulders to soften down the back body. 3 more breaths. We're going to come into a counter stretch. We're going to straighten that right leg, flexing your right foot. You can take the hands to the hips. Okay, still keep a little softness and bend in that knee. And then we're going to flow with these 2 movements. So inhale, come back to your lunge. And exhale, come back to the hamstring stretch. Okay, inhale into the lunge. And exhale back to the hamstring stretch. So find that variation that feels good to your body. You could have blocks here with this flow. 2 more flows. Good. Come back to the lunge, and then we're going to do a prayer twist. So take your left elbow to the outer part of your right knee, and we'll take the hands into prayer. So we're twisting towards that front knee, towards your right hip. Yep. Nice deep breaths here. Okay, Okay, transitioning to exalted lunge. So inhale, come back to center with the hands at the heart, and then exhale, come in into exalted lunge, arms to a V. Okay, hands will come to that front knee. Yield and push yourselves up to switch sides. Take your time. Left foot comes in front. Switching to the other side. Again, our bodies are balanced in different ways because we're awesome and unique. So take it to the variation that feels good here. Just making sure again that that ankle stays below the knee and that your shoulders are softening down your back body. Good. 3 more breaths, sinking into the hips. All right, with your next exhalation, we'll come into our counter stretch. We're going to straighten that left leg. Take the hands to the hips if you'd like. Keep a little softness, micro bend into that knee. And then we'll begin to flow with these 2 movements. So inhale into the lunge and exhale back to the hamstring stretch. I've got a little right knee thing going on. I'm going to pause a moment, but you keep going. Inhale into your lunge and exhale back to your hamstring stretch. All right, let's flow 2 more times. Inhale into the lunge. Exhale back to hamstring stretch. Inhale, lunge. I'm just not going as far. Hamstring stretch. Okay, come back to the lunge. And now we'll do a prayer twist to the other side. So take the hands to the heart. Right elbow comes to the outer part of your left knee, looking to the left. Pressing the palms into each other. Okay, 1 more breath. And then we'll come to exalted lunge. So inhale, bring the hands to the heart. Exhale, exalted to a V with the arms. All right, hands come to the front knee. Yield and push yourselves up. We're going to come up to standing. All right, take your feet wider than your hips. Imagine you've got a hula hoop around your waist. Rotate your hips around in big, wide circles. I love doing this after I do lunges. It just kind of counter stretches our hips. All right, reverse directions, opposite way. Good, return back to center, moving into a standing twist. I like to roll onto my toes. You can also just keep feet connected to the floor. We're going to hold a standing twist, so the next time you look over your right shoulder, let's hold there together for a couple of breaths. Left hand can come to your right shoulder, right hand can come to the sacrum or tuck around your left hip. Side to side, 3 more times. All right, standing twist on your left side. Side to side, 3 more times. Wonderful. Come back to center. Cross crawl. We're going to take the left elbow to the right knee and right elbow to the left knee. Cross the midline of the body. Tap your opposite limb. Giving our left and right brain a little boost. Definitely do this in between meetings or Zoom sessions if you're on them. It helps just to get it all connected. All right, try some behind you. Make sure to tap your opposite foot. And then 1 set in the front and 1 set in the back. Happy yoga brains, here we go. Do this every day. 1 more set of each. Can you tell I used to teach preschool? Ha ha ha. All right, wonderful, wonderful. All right, let's do some warrior poses. So take both feet to the front of your mat or just step both feet forward and then reach a large step back with your right foot. Actually shift this. All right, so front toes will face away from your body or towards the front edge of your mat. Back toes at a 45-degree angle. So the back toes have a slight angle towards your front body rather than reaching away from your body. Here we'll square the hips to the side rather than towards that front leg. We're going to start with warrior 2. Inhale the arms up to a T. Exhale, sinking into your front knee, Virabhadrasana 2. So quick glance down, make sure you can see your front toes beyond your front knee, otherwise scoot out your stance a little bit. Let the shoulders soften down the back body. And looking beyond the middle finger of your front hand as you tap into your own peaceful warrior. Breathing. Warrior 4, we're going to turn that left palm facing up, release the left hand towards the ceiling, right hand comes gently behind the leg for warrior 4. A reverse warrior. Inhale back to warrior 2, and then exhale side angle. Take the left elbow to the front left thigh, right arm comes all the way overhead so the palm is facing the floor. Still rooting the outer edge of your back foot to the floor. Okay, and now we're going to flow with all of these movements. Inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, warrior 4. Inhale, return back to warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. Awesome, one more flow. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, warrior 4. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. And inhale back to warrior 2 for 3 more breaths. Mentally affirm or say out loud, my body is healthy and strong. Good. Release that front knee, lower your arms. Just turn your feet to change sides. Facing the opposite direction. And now we'll square our hips to the other side. Good. Inhale the arms up to a T. Exhale, bending into the front knee, Virabhadrasana 2 to the other side. Quick glance down to see the front toes beyond your front knee, otherwise lengthen out the stance a little bit. And then just see if your shoulders are coming to the ears. Can they soften down the back body? And then look beyond your middle finger of the front hand, pressing your feet into the earth. Stay with the breath. Warrior 4 will turn that right palm facing up, release the right hand to the ceiling, left hand comes gently behind the leg. Inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. Now right elbow to the front thigh, left arm comes all the way overhead. Good. All right, let's flow. Inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, warrior 4. Inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. One last time. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, warrior 4. Inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. Good. Inhale back to warrior 2 for 3 more strengthening breaths. Beautiful. Release that front knee, lower your arms, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, back together. Shake out the legs a little bit. All right, we're going to do tree pose for our balancing pose this afternoon. So start on your right side, spread out those yoga toes. Left tip toes can just come to the floor. Left foot can come to the low ankle, just below the knee or just above the knee. Avoid over your knee, and even keep a little bend and flexion in the knee. I also want to just say to give a little tuck to your tail. So it's going to help, rather than tilting your pelvis forward, tuck your tail so that these lower belly muscles, the transversus abdominis is engaged. Those really support our low back stabilization. Arms could be at a low V, they could be out to a T, they could be at the heart. Breathing. Stay as you are. You can bring arms overhead into temple, extending in the index fingers. Beautiful balance. Exhale back to the heart. Lower that leg down. Rotate that ankle you were just on a few times in each direction. All right, let's switcheroo to the other side. Spread toes on your left foot, yoga toes. Right tip toes on the floor, the ankle below your knee, above the knee. See which placement feels good. Again, we're balanced in different ways. If you're A little more wobbly on this side, go to low tree with your arms out to a T is going to give you the best kind of balance support. So see what feels good here. Keep a little softness in the standing knee, bring a little tuck to the pelvis, shoulders release down the back body. Take a smile to the face, relaxing the jaw. Mentally affirm, I am at peace within myself. Stay here, or arms overhead into temple, extending in the index fingers. Beautiful balance. Exhale the hands back to the heart. We'll lower that leg down, rotate that ankle you were just on a few times in each direction. All right, we're going to come back onto our back. So lower yourselves down to your mat or floor. And once you get to the floor, we'll take our feet wider than our hips, out towards the side edges of the mat. Arms will come out to a T. We're going to sway the legs side to side like windshield wipers on a car. We'll keep the head forward to start, and we'll keep our shoulder blades sinking into the earth. Just giving a nice massage to the lumbar spine. Gentle twist. Good, and now let's move into a twist flow. So let the legs go to your left side as you gaze to your left hand, and then exhale legs to the left as you gaze to the right hand. So just begin to look in the opposite direction of your knees, inviting this twist further up the spine. All right, next time your legs land to the left side, let's hold there a couple breaths for a little twist, looking in the opposite direction of the knees. Inhale, head and knees back to center, and exhale over to the other side. Legs to the right as you gaze to the left for 3 more breaths. Good. Inhale, head and knees back to center. All right, Uttanasana. So with your next inhalation, we'll take the right knee towards the right shoulder. Coming into Uttanasana, so you can interlace on top of the knee or underneath the knee, or not at all. You could just take the knee towards the shoulder and just relax your arms. You could also take a strap across the knee here. So get settled here. You might want a little tuck of the chin towards your chest if you want to lengthen out the neck to the floor. And then left leg variations. You can keep that left knee bent, or you could extend that left leg to the floor. If you're going to work with that leg extension, I suggest flexing that foot. So we're keeping that left side engaged. And then relaxing in your right hip and begin to send some breath down into the right hip. Relax in the face and the jaw. Three more nice deep breaths. All right, we're going to do a little hamstring flow, and then we're going to hold a hamstring stretch. So with your next inhalation, we're going to extend our right leg up to the ceiling. You can interlace behind the thigh if you'd like, and then exhale, take that knee back to Uttanasana. So inhale, extend the leg, and exhale, take the knee back to the chest. Let's flow a few more times, and then we're going to hold. I like to use movement to warm up the body, just to reawaken in the hamstrings. All right, so now I'm going to grab a strap. If you want to use a strap, great. If not, you don't need one. I'll show without a strap also. If you're going to use a strap, take it across the center of the ball of your right foot, and we're going to extend that leg up towards the ceiling. So let me get strap people aligned here. So everyone's going to try to align your ankle and your knee over your hip. So to do that, I shift my leg a little bit away from my body, because the joint structures then can align on top of each other, and it just creates a little better alignment. So see if you can do that. Arm placement on the strap, you could have your arms extended away from your body up the strap. You could relax the elbows on the floor and have your hands down the strap. Okay, if you don't have a strap, then you're just interlacing either behind the thigh or the calf, but avoid directly behind the knee, or you don't need to interlace, you can just lift that leg. Okay, so find the variation and that works good for you in this moment. And then one last alignment piece for everyone is with this right leg extension, we're kind of creating a little imbalance, if you will, in the pelvis. So take that right side of your pelvis and the sacrum back towards the earth. It's just a teeny little isometric stretch to try to create symmetry at the back of the pelvis, at the sacrum. Good. Keep a little softness in the knee. 3 more nice deep breaths. And stay as you are if you want. I'm going to do a little abdominal strengthening, and this is just a little kind of variation. So if you're going to join me for this, take both parts of the strap in your right hand, left palm down on the left thigh, and then we're just going to inhale as we reach our left fingers towards our left toes, and exhale back down. So you can do this little abdominal stretch if you want, or just work with the hamstring stretch. We're going to do 3 more here. Last one. All right, so release the strap. We'll point those right toes. Exhale, lower that leg to the floor. And then let's take both feet to the floor, so both knees are bent. And then we're going to inhale the left knee towards the left shoulder. You can just release the strap to the belly or to the side for a few moments. You could also here interlace around that knee with the strap if that would feel good to your body. So lining left knee with left shoulder. And then see which variation on the right side you would like for this right leg. If you go to extend the right leg and your low back is like, hey, that feels weird, then just take your right foot back to the floor and keep that knee bent. See what feels good to your body. Alrighty. 3 more nice deep breaths. Send some breaths down into the beautiful hip. All right, so we'll begin our hamstring flow. Inhale as you extend that left leg up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bending that knee. Inhale with the leg extension. Exhale, bending the knee. One more time. Inhale, leg extension. Exhale, bending the knee. And then we'll take our hamstring stretch to our left side. So place that strap across the center ball of the foot if you're using a strap, or just come to your hamstring stretch. Aligning the ankle and knee over your hip as best as you can. Anchoring that left side of your sacrum back towards the earth, creating balance at the pelvis. Keep a little flexion and softness in both knees. Making sure to stretch those hamstrings each day as best as you can. If you tend towards low back discomfort, strengthening in the core and then opening up in the glutes and the hamstrings can be helpful. One more beautiful breath. Oh wait, we gotta do the little abdominal variation. So if you want to join me that, take both parts of the strap in your left hand and we'll begin. Exhale as you lift and inhale back down. You can switch the breath if that feels better. I like to exhale as I exert energy. Inhale as I release. One more time. All right, everyone release the strap, release the hamstring stretch, point the left toes, lower that leg to the floor. You can release the strap to the side. We'll extend both legs out, take the arms to a V, at a low V, palms to the ceiling, and just take a couple integrating breaths here. Letting all of that integrate into the body and into the nervous system. Allowing ourselves, our whole selves, to integrate changes in the body. One more breath. All right, moving into Shavasana, you can say just as you are. I'm going to transition into lulling you to a more comfortable position. So adding any socks or clothes if you could be more comfortable. Probably go over just a minute or two. Shavasana is an opportunity to allow us to integrate our practice into the body, mind, and spirit. With each breath, allowing that integration. as you invite your whole self to come into a peaceful state of relaxation. Bring your attention back to your breath. Deepening and lengthening in the breath. As you deepen the breath, inviting gentle movements, wiggling fingers and toes. Circling wrists and ankles. If you'd like, extending legs out long, reaching arms overhead into a full body stretch. And then roll to your right side. Use your lower arm to support your head, taking a couple more relaxing breaths on your side. Using the strength of hands, elbows, and arms, gently lifting yourselves up to a comfortable seated position. Take your time. We'll close our practice with one Om, placing hands wherever is comfortable. We'll take a deep breath in to begin, please. Inhaling. Bringing the hands to the heart center in Anjali Mudra. We'll end by praying for peace with 1 Om, 3 Shantis, and 3 pieces. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May we carry it into our worlds. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me this afternoon. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are.